Hey, bro.
What? I'm busy. What?
What do you mean you're busy? Are you bored?
Why do you ask? Look, when you ask me if I'm bored, I'm kind of scared to answer. What do you want from me?
What is your deepest, darkest desire?
My desire.
Would you be willing to give up anything for it? Could
No.
you? Oh. But could you reject that desire for the sake of survival?
Can I stop writing for the sake of my survival?
Well, not writing, like your deepest, darkest desire.
What is my deepest, darkest desire?
I don't know. You tell me. I don't
None
know
of my
how
desires
that works.
are that dark. Like, my desires are clean and bright and...
Fine, what's your deepest, brightest desire?
Become a good author.
Okay, that's actually good enough. Because today we're going to be playing Can You Survive Sweet Home?
Oh, lovely.
You know what that's about?
No, I don't.
Good. As always, you get 3 lives. Let's get into it.
Wait.
Huh?
You just said it's sweet home.
Yeah.
Today's topic is sweet home.
Yeah.
Why do I need 3 lives?
You'll see.
You just used the word sweet.
All right, bro, it's just you and me this time, so we'll see how this one goes. You're the only one that hasn't watched Sweet Home in our friend group. Hopefully this will go really well. Before we continue, there are spoilers involved, so please go watch the Netflix show, or better yet, go read the webtoon. It's fantastic. You ready? You're
Sure,
ready.
okay.
Yeah, you're ready. So you're sitting at home, like always, because you never leave your house.
What? At least I go for grocery shopping. You do nothing.
Wow, just backhanded slap me in the face, I guess.
Whenever you want food, you just order from Uber.
What is up with this personal attacks? That didn't even start. So you're sitting at home, minding your own business. You remember you ordered McDonald's.
I don't like McDonald's.
Oh, what do you like then?
Pizza?
Sure, pizza.
It's important to me. Pizza.
You remembered you ordered pizza.
Actually,
and
pasta. Let's go with pasta. If they have lasagna, that'd be lovely too.
This is going to be really hard to get through, isn't it? You ordered pizza and you told the driver to leave it at door because, COVID. But you forgot all about it. You go outside to check the order, but you see that your food is completely ruined and you see a trail of your pizza to your neighbor's door. When you approach the trail, you see a monster-like arm reach out and grab the rest of the pizza. God, I wrote McDonald's in my script, so whenever I take a quick pause.
What kind of arm is this? Like, what do you mean by monstrous arm? Is that just like a big arm with muscles and stuff?
It looks like a human arm, but it looks very grotesque.
If the person's that hungry to eat someone else's pizza, let them have it.
You freak out.
Why would I freak out?
I mean, when the animator draws it, it's going to be so scary. You freak out and you go inside your house again, but you close the door a little too loud. Then a woman rings the doorbell and asks you for your help. She says, "Please help. I started to nosebleed and then I saw a monster. I don't know what to do." Do you, 1, open the door, 2, act like you're not home, or 3, ask to see your hands?
If I'm just looking out through the door and the woman's just there nose bleeding and say that she's needing help from a monster,
Yeah.
my first guess is that she's on drugs and she's seeing hallucinations. So I'm not opening the door. I'm probably gonna call an ambulance for her.
I mean, you can try to call somebody, but the cell phone reception doesn't work.
Is she hot?
I mean-
irrelevant. I'm kidding. I need more info. I pretend I'm not there.
When you don't answer the door, she starts to tilt her head and she transforms into this monster-like humanoid being. Good thing you didn't open the door. Oh, also, bro, side note, people who start to nosebleed are people who will eventually turn into these monsters.
Okay.
So you live in an apartment. You hear children crying. You check to see a man that's fallen to the ground. You see another monster. This monster has a swollen head with a huge eyeball, and its neck stretches, and it stretches towards the children. Do you, 1, yell at the monster to distract it, or 2, close the door? It ain't your problem.
I yell.
Okay.
Like having a grown, monstrous, suspicious woman dying in front of my door is okay, but I can't let children die.
Why not?
They're kids.
But what if the children are the monsters?
I'd yell to get the long neck monster looking at me, because if it's just the head and the neck, I could probably just snap it in two.
The eyeball looks at you instantly and rushes towards you into your window. Its neck wraps around your body, tightening every second. Then you hear a loud bang, almost like a cannon, and this eyeball instantly goes limp and loses color. A man from another window just shot its neck, saving your life. Good thing. So if you chose close the window, you would have also lived, but then you would have been led to a scenario where you don't have any weapons and you end up dying.
I have no weapons. Me.
I mean, any weapons to kill these monsters, because these monsters don't die with...
You know my collection. I have more than enough weapons.
I did not know about these collections. And the man is holding a makeshift gun. He whispers or he mouths to you.
I don't read lips.
Or he holds up a sign to you and asks, "Do you want to save the kids?"
Yes.
Man, you're being so heroic.
That's the line I draw.
I mean, which is the right thing to do. So if you said no, you'll end up spending your time in your room until a protein monster shows up and you die.
Protein monster?
We'll get to that later.
Oh, sounds edible.
You head to the man's room first, and he gives you a weapon. Ta-da! It can electrocute monsters when and you stab them. You also find out that if a monster is nearby, it will send a high-pitched sound to any headphones.
Oh, okay.
So whenever you hear this beep sound, you need to instantly stop talking. Otherwise, the monster will get you.
Okay.
Now it's time to go save your kids.
They're not my kids, but okay.
Sorry. Now it's time to go save those kids. You start heading downstairs to go to the kids' apartment. And beep, you see hands and arms stretched so far, you can't see where the hand originates from. Now, what do you think its deepest desire was? Because the way these monsters are created is their forms are imbued by their deepest desires. Once a person gives into their desires, they turn into these things.
Oh.
So this monster's deepest desire was 1, to be the best high fiver there ever was. 2, to be the best boxer. 3, I heard girls like boys with big hands. And 4, to grab his son's hand from falling off a cliff.
Oh, fourth one sounds like a good scenario.
Sorry, you lost your first life.
What happened?
I said beep, but you didn't stop talking.
What the Okay, so that's the game. Okay.
That's the game. A gigantic monster, while slowly chanting protein, walks up, grabs you by the head, and throws you on the other side. And it also proceeds to eat the big-handed monster.
So those creatures are edible.
You slowly walk away and arrive at the kids' place. They're happy to see you, but then you start to nosebleed.
I nosebleed?
Yeah.
Like a lot?
A lot. And you fall down. So this is the true survival question for Sweet Home. When you nosebleed and you faint, you see a darker version of yourself, basically guessing your deepest desire. Do you think you have what it takes to withstand it? You might turn into a monster in front of these kids.
What is my greatest desire?
I don't know. Actually, a big part of this show is the darker version of the protagonist is constantly trying to guess what the protagonist's greatest desire is.
Oh, okay.
Like, oh, I bet your deepest desire is to eat cupcakes. No? Okay. Is it to be with your family? What is it? Like, kind of thing?
The protagonist's unawareness of his own desire or his own dream is his survival key.
Yeah, so that's why he doesn't just turn into a monster right away. And also, he constantly says no to all these desires that are offered to him.
I think the whole story is like an author's projection of his younger self when he was traumatized by other people telling him he needs a dream or a job or a goal when he hasn't actually figured himself out yet.
You said your greatest desire was to be a great author. Let's go with that.
Yeah. How's turning into a monster going to help me achieve that?
The monster itself doesn't actually give it to you, but it creates this fantasy world that you can live in.
Oh, I give myself into a virtual reality inside my brain. Where
Yeah.
I live a happy scenario.
For the rest of your life until all your desires are met. But your outer body becomes a monster and it'll basically kill the kids. Your choice.
No, not worth it.
I mean,
He's trying to take away my pain, and that's the best ink a writer can have.
oh, that's so cringy.
It's not
Pain.
about cringe or anything. No, that's just a fact. Like everything you go through, every suffering, every trauma, that's the best material to write on.
Or you can skip all of that and just become a successful writer right away.
I want to write, dude. I don't want just the fame.
Okay, yeah, we'll have that too. We can have anybody read your books or whatever you're writing.
Nah.
Damn it. I'll be back.
I don't think you can provide what I want.
It fades away and you wake up to the kids freaking out. Good job. You didn't turn into a monster this time, but it'll keep on coming back. And what's crazy about these monsters, they'll change your desire too. So your desire is to save these kids, right?
Yeah, I want to save these kids.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, the monster will be like, oh yeah, I can help you save these kids. And then it'll be like, I'll turn into a monster that'll save these kids. Let me turn you into a monster. It'll try to manipulate you into anything. I mean, the funniest thing was there's this bald man, he turned into a monster, and the monster is just a bunch of hair. So that's all the time we had for today. There's so much more to this story than just fighting monsters, and as the story progresses, the plot also thickens. So maybe we'll do a part 2. Okay, that's it. I don't even know what my darkest desire is. Deepest, darkest desire. To have a 6-pack. So am I gonna just be a monster with huge packs?